I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, pleased to be with you. Unfortunately, though, Mother Nature not really cooperating, Charles. The rain coming down. It's expected to do so throughout.
And whenever I talk to quarterbacks, they worry less about the rain and more about the wind. But you still have to take precautions. You still have to be prepared. The offense always feels like it has the advantage because they know where they're going when they make their cuts.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
Case Keenum won't overwhelm you with his athleticism, won't wow you with his arm, but somehow, when he's on the field and he's in charge, the ball gets moved by his offensive teammates.
Blue 20! 54! Right, 54! Coming this way, here we go!
The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Here goes the high.
Here's Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run. Peterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Keenum. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Blue 20. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Winston. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play. Winston to Evans, 45 yards.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be at the end of this play on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Jameis to throw it. Evans has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
You go tight. You got tight.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and now it's third down. And here is the Redskin defense.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he would want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know Josh would have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll throw again. Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So on fourth down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal, so, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, it's Thompson, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, Keenum. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Blue 20.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
To throw again on second down. Keenum throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here goes the hot. Round 20.
Drop deep, drop deep.
On first down, it's Peterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Keenum to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch the pass.
Now Winston. His throw incomplete. Jordan Leggett the target there, but now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. About set now for their next drive, Case Keenum and the Redskins. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To Thompson on the draw. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Keenum going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Keenum now to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Keenum. This one complete to Jordan Reed. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Keenum again. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doxson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They trail offense. First time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Third quarter starts with a run by Barber.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ready? Blue ready.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
First down, they go with Barber again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Night, sweetheart.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Winston gives to Barber. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, you're on the line.
Here's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again with Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch QB drop. 54 much.
Jameis again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On second down, Barber. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Justin Watson there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the focus of our players' spotlight right now is shining on Case Keenum. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. As you see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here, it's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Blitz coming, and down he goes. William Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Throwing, Winston. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Winston now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston over the middle to Evans. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 26. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Let's go.
A first down throw for Winston.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Evans has it left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston finds his man. Watson over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 12-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. They go play action. Winston, rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Barber. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Winston now. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here goes the hot. Hot. Block 54. Block 54. Come on, boy. Come on, guys.
Now to the left, it's complete to Dodson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check out the hot. Blue 20. Come on. You better protect.
On second down, Peterson. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where that came from.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now Winston and the Bucs down 21-16, a little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Winston. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. The protection really holding up that time. That's what you want in the 2-minute drill, but the coverage equally as good.
Yeah, I'd say it was protection both sides, right? Get it for the quarterback, make sure he had time to throw the football, and he did. Plenty of time, but nowhere to go with it downfield. So the coverage, as you noted, terrific.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
4 seconds, 3 seconds. He'll look to throw.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.